Alright, so this is my final project for 291. Hold up, let me get to my actual buddy. Alright, so this is what this game I called Unsatisfactory, based off an actual game called Satisfactory. And so I used these libraries, string, std, lib, and studio. And I used structs, I used just a lot of other functions to actually make the code work. So essentially what the game is, let me get out my code. Essentially what the game is you have to make, uh, sorry, I'm blanking. You have to make material, and each material gives a certain amount of points and a CO2 emission. So for example, if I make plastic, it makes that. So now it's the second player's turn. So they will also make something. And so the point of the game is to have the highest amount of score while keeping your CO2 emissions in check. The lower, the better. Um, and you can also upgrade your factory. So, for example, if I go to biomass, it'll reduce all of my CO2 emissions for each material by 1, and it will only cost me 10 points. So now it's the second player's turn. So he can also upgrade his factory if he wants to. And we will just keep going. Just let me keep going. so so it will keep going up until you either hit CO2 emissions 100 and over, or if each player has had both 50 interactions. At that point, whoever has the highest score wins. So for example, if I just keep going here, now you see that it's game over and it tells you the very last scores. It's a pretty simple, fun game. Tells you a lot about, or it lets you think a lot about how our environment is pretty CO2 heavy, like heavily based off of. So it tells children to keep in mind of like how our world and factories actually work in a way. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for looking at this.